Buenas tardes, amigos y amiguitas. Soy Minerva otra vez. Ay, 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 arriba, arriba, arriba. Tonight's menu, costillitas and Chile Morita, okay? Which means pork spare ribs in Chile Morita sauce, okay? And now Chile Morita is very, I guess, difficult to get. I got this the last time I was in LA. If you guys find this anywhere here, that'd be fantastic, but I doubt it because we have to go to San Isidro to get these little chiles. But this recipe, you can make it with other chiles, guajillo, there's a bunch of other recipes online that you can do, okay? But I really like that recipe the last time I was in LA. I went to my tia's 75th and the lady made it, and I was like, damn, that's good. And then my tia's made it for me, that was delicious. So I'm gonna attempt to make it. I'm a little scared because I'm having 5 people come over. So now it's not my imaginary friends. So I have real people judging me. So, but I have plan B in case that doesn't plan out. If the meat, I don't know what happens because pork is a little tricky. It sometimes gets too dry, but if that fails, I have plan B, which is enchiladas verdes, okay? So yeah, come with me, come on this journey and see what happens, okay? Hope you like it. Okay guys, so just to show you what this looks like, okay? This is, of course, when I was at my tia's, they had it all cut up and all stuff. So I'm like, oh shit, I have to cut this myself. But this is what it looks like, the actual first process of the meat, okay? So I got, for 5 people, 2 of these, okay? But first, again, I'm gonna attempt to make the first one and see what happens. I'm gonna cut it up in 2s and then put it in hot water with a couple black peppercorns, a couple of cloves, a bay leaf, half an onion, and maybe 3 cloves of garlic because I love garlic. So I'm gonna boil that. Usually you do it in olla express, which is, I guess, I don't know how to translate that in English, but it's a pressure cooker. Yes, it's a pressure cooker. And I don't have that, so I'm gonna do my Dutch oven. So I'm gonna basically boil it for an hour, okay? Some people say half an hour, so I don't know what the fuck. I'm just gonna see what happens. I'm scared. And see what happens, okay? So that's what that looks like. I'm gonna go bleep, bleep. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, bye. All right, so I did my little Edward Scissorhands on these pork spare ribs, and I literally just, because obviously I wanted to cut it like this, but these scissors aren't strong enough. So you definitely need, these are the kitchen scissors. So just cut it up according to the bone, and that's it. So now it's gonna go into, I'm gonna put put water and all the other things I told you, bay leaf, peppercorn, onion, garlic, and a couple of cloves. And I'm gonna cover that up for, it says an hour, but I'm gonna check in on it in about 30 minutes and we'll see what happens, okay? Okay, so I know it doesn't look cute right now because I just turned off the thing, it's boiling, but it doesn't look pretty. But what you want is to know, it's actually been cooking here for an hour. I actually added, for some reason, I don't know, I think the Dutch oven is really good at certain things, right? Which is keeps the juices together, but it doesn't like evaporate the water as fast. I ended up putting a little bit more water because I called my aunt. I'm like, oh my god, I don't have an olla express. And how long do I cook it? She's like, cook it for like an hour and put more water. I'm like, okay. But this one doesn't like evaporate as much water. But anyway, so the meat seems to be, obviously this doesn't have a lot of meat for some fucking reason. I guess because it's pork spare ribs, because it's spare of me, motherfuckers. But whatever. Like the parts that do have meat, I'm like, ooh, this is good. Okay. So this is, don't judge the book by its cover, because right now it's like, oh, it's so sad. But then when you once you put the chile, and I actually tasted the meat, I'm like, okay, I was afraid it was going to be too freaking dry, because that's why I don't like making pork as much, because it's too dry. But after this, I'm going to fry it in here. I'm going to put it says not to put oil because of the fat, but I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil because, that's just who I am. I like a little bit oily, just a little. I'm gonna fry that in there without the water. So I'm gonna take all this and bleep, bleep, fry. And then I'm gonna make my chile on the side, and I'll show you how to make that. But that's after an hour, okay? So you're gonna fry this. I actually didn't put oil because I'm like, you know what? Let me not put oil. I don't know, I just talk to myself, you know? My inner voice says, don't put oil, dude. And I was like, okay. Again, it still looks like sad because it has no color. But wait, honey. Wait till you see the chile on there, okay? And I actually tasted it because I was like, oh my God, is it going to be dry? Is it going to be, oh my God. But no. It's actually, when I tasted the pork, I'm like, okay, cool. I like it. Now with the chile, it's going to be better. I'm going to serve that with Spanish rice and pinto beans on the side, like a true Mexican, not a Mexican, and some tortillas, okay? Okay, so I like a lot of tomatillos. The recipe calls for, you know, like maybe a pound of tomatillos, but I'm gonna add a little bit more of that. So what I'm doing is usually what my tia did, she boiled it, but I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna roast them in my iron skillet. I didn't put any oil. I put half an onion. I'm gonna let this get a little bit more toasty, and you'll see what happens when the tomatillos change color a little bit. So that's half an onion. This is about 1.5 pounds of tomatillos. And on the side separately, I'm going to cook the Chile Moritas, okay? I'm afraid that it might be too spicy for some, so I'm only going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to fry that separately until it balloons up. And then once that fries as well, I'm going to put that in here and blend it. And that's going to be the sauce for the pork spare ribs. Now I fried that a little bit, so now I got a little bit more color. It's not as, you know, you need a little bit of tan, so I got a Miami tan. And then it's going to get a Mexican tan with like liquid and stuff, with just the sauce. I'm so excited. Again, my first time. I'm excited, but I was like, I guess it's called pork spare ribs because it barely has motherfucking ribs because it's spare as fuck. I'm like, oh my God, maybe I got the wrong ribs. I don't know, but I guess Costillitas is like the ribs and stuff, but I want like more meat. Whatever. Anyway, here you go. Okay. So that's what it should look like. I have some of them that I already took out. So after I do this, I'm gonna fry the Chile Morita. I chose 5. I hope nobody dies, and if they do, oh well. Okay, it's okay. You'll just have like heart palpitations, you know, but you'll survive with a couple tequila shots. It was National Tequila Day yesterday, so you'll be aight. You'll survive, okay? Okay. Thank you. Wow, this is literally so cool. You see how it's literally it balloons up. Look, look. Ooh, cool. So originally it's like this, and then once it balloons, that's so cute. I've never seen that actually with a chile. Well, I've seen it with other chiles, if you know what I mean. But in terms of actual, like, literally balloons up. Cute. Oh my God, that's so cute. So now you know. So when it balloons like a regular chile, then you know it's done. Okay, then it's ready to go into the blender along with the other little friends that are already ready. It's like, come on, Chile Morita, why are you coming to the fiesta? And they're like, because we need to balloon up, okay? That's why. But don't worry, I'll be there. This one's ready, okay? Calm down. This one's ready to go in there. Look, ooh, honey, it is ready for the party, okay? Oh, shit. Damn. That shit's ready to, oh, you know what? They're all ready. Oh, thank you so much. This is fun, guys. I know. Look. Oh my God. I've never seen a chile do that, but that's cool. Okay, so that's ready for the party of blending, okay? And that sauce, that deliciousness is gonna go on top of the spork. Oh my God, I've had too much wine. All I've had today, guys, for breakfast was wine and a banana. Okay, so Mama is ready for another breakfast. So let me open up their breakfast. By the way, this was like $7.99 at Whole Foods. Okay, so you better go run and get it, honey, because it's $7.99. Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the chile, half of it, and I decided to put a little bit of oil and garlic because you know me, I love garlic. I don't know. Do you know me though? Do you though? Do you though? Okay. Anyway, fry a little. It smells good. You know, every time you fry any garlic or onions, that's like heaven to me. It's the best ever. Okay. So now that it's getting a little bit lighter shade of brown, I'm gonna put the sauce over that little sucker. Then I'm gonna put the spork. I'm gonna put the spork spare ribs in there. Okay, guys. Okay, and guess what? Like, thank God I only put 5 chiles because it's a little spicy, and I know some people can handle spice because they're not Mexicans, you know, they're like Cubans and Brazilians. So I'm going to not put so much, and Nicaraguans and white ants, okay? But you know, it's I'm gonna put that in there, and of course that's half of it. So. Oh my God, I'm shocked. You know what? The first time is always the best time. Just kidding. No, it wasn't. My first wasn't, you know. It was awful. Just kidding. It wasn't awful. It was actually very organic. Anyway, that's too much information. So I'm putting the ribs in there. And obviously the other half of the sauce is going to cover it, okay? So literally, you are done, boo-boos, okay? Once the other half of the sauce is in there. But I'm very happy that it's coming off the bone. I was, again, always concerned because, you know, I'm crazy. I like everything to be, like, measured and stuff. And, like, I wanted to make sure that everything was okay? And I always need to be under control. Okay, that's therapy session for you. But anywho, I'm going to put half of the sauce over that. And that is it. And then I'm just going to make my Spanish rice and buns. And then it's over. Then you're done so, dude. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like once it's fully immersed. Okay, so these are the beans. I'm doing my, like, YouTube, you know. And this is my guest who's going to actually try my food. Yeah. And you better be honest. I'm very honest. Because I've usually had imaginary friends that are empty in the seats. But now I'm actually having a party with real people. So,
actual people.
Actual people that are real, okay?
How do you do this?
Oh my God, dear Lord. Do I have to do everything? Okay, thank you. Okay, so these are the beans. Literally, I made it with onions, garlic, cilantro, and the can of beans. I did 2 cans of pinto beans, okay? And my Spanish rice is done. And my Costillitas and Chile Morita are done. OMG, honey. We is ready. And my tortillas are ready. And I want to put some fresh onions and cilantro on top. Oh, honey, it's done, honey. I am ready to get married. Am I ready to get married?
Absolutely. You should have been married already right now. She's ready.
I'm very normal, that's why. What are you doing?
What is this?
Oh, my God.